Kendra G tries and fails to clap back at Corey Holcomb. You remember last week I did a video on Corey Holcomb talking about Kendra G's appearance. This all stems from her appearance on the Tamron Hall show. Well, Kendra G decided to take it upon herself to make a response video. In this video, my gift to Corey Holcomb, the comedian that became the joke. Let's take a listen.
I want to talk about the sister Kendra G. She made a goddamn fool out of herself.
Today, I'm gonna give a gift to Corey Holcomb. Oh, Corey Holcomb, you're going out sad, baby. You are going out sad. But this is my gift to you because I know this is what you wanted. Because this is how you pay your bills.
Mind you, this is a full face of makeup for this Corey Holcomb videos. This goes back to what Corey Holcomb was talking about how she looks.
Off of content from the internet. And it's just so sad because, you know, we just had so much high hopes from you. Like, you could have been in the list of Chicago comedian legends that came to LA and did big things. Look at Little Rel. Oh, the career is just going up and up.
Okay, so now she's comparing Corey to all comedians from Chicago. Okay.
Late night talk shows, movies. Deion Cole, Chicago legend, just hosted the Image
Deion
Awards,
Cole,
countless TV shows, working with Oprah in movies. D-Ray Davis, oh, the resume is too long for me to even stay in this conversation. Countless TV shows, tours around the world. Then we have Corey Holcomb, a Chicago.
Wow. She tried to play Corey Holcomb like he ain't ever done anything. Like he isn't on tour 12 months out of the year. Corey is working. He's a working comedian. I don't know why people don't understand that. There's no images found, career not successful enough. Come on. You think Google really putting that on the search? Okay.
Shows, tours around the world. Then we have Corey Holcomb, a Chicago YouTuber. You could have stayed in Chicago for this shit. I mean, you didn't have to move to California to be a YouTuber, Corey.
You a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. Corey, you trying to say YouTube is something trash that it's not. Meanwhile, the business has completely moved on from traditional terrestrial radio, so much so that you had to leave a radio show in Chicago to become a YouTuber. I'm tired of people talking about YouTubers like it's some type of second-class citizen. Now, there are some YouTubers that are worse than others, obviously, but we got to be honest here about where the industry is going and why Kendra is actually on YouTube. That's the only thing that's changed in this situation. Why Corey, who is a pioneer in this space for 15 years, has been doing Sirius satellite radio and now into YouTube and doing his own show and has more autonomy and ability to promote those shows that he does throughout the year on his own platform. But somehow Kendra thinks that is a negative. But I'm going to let her keep going because... And she looked like she's dressed up like one of the characters from Clueless or something, some version of that. I don't know. I guess since she moved to California, that's the wardrobe now. Beverly Hills, trying to look like Stacey Dash from Clueless.
I really thought long and hard before doing this video because I know this is what you want because this is how you pay your bills. And I know...
It's also how you pay your bills. Are we wrong about that?
Giving you attention indirectly helps you because it gives you content to talk about, but that's why I'm calling this video my gift to you. This will help you pay your mortgage next month, okay? Okay, let's get into it. Now, recently, Corey Holcomb tried to break down my Tamron Hall interview on his show, but he tried to slander my name on purpose, intentionally, by presenting the Tamron Hall interview I did in a wrong manner.
So she's calling this slander. Notice she tried to put that in there. She's trying to say that somehow Corey slandered her by doing that video. That's ridiculous. You're a public figure. This is commentary. And there's clips that are going around that are cut up in a certain way. What does that mean? Does that mean that nobody can do a reaction video about something they saw on another show? Nobody can get a video sent to them and actually make some type of comment on it. The fact of the matter is she looked crazy on that interview. And I don't care what she says about how it was misinterpreted. The overall overarching appearance was cringeworthy. And Tamron Hall actually is the one who makes it clear that it was cringeworthy. Now she tries to break it down to make it seem like that the clip was manipulated to make her seem like she is separate from the things that she was saying.
Okay. Tamron Hall personally invited me on her show to break down different dating trends
invited her.
and different dating styles.
She tried to add that on purpose to make it seem like she's more important than she is. More important than a YouTuber, by the way. A lowly YouTuber.
Tamron Hall says, at the top of the show, I'm going to go to these two women, me and another young lady, to break down different dating trends and styles. Take a look.
Okay, so my team found 2025's most talked about dating trends and catchphrases. These ladies are going to break it down. I gave you some of them at the beginning of the show, so don't feel badly if you've never heard of them, because I had never heard of them either.
The first one that Tamron Hall does is called future proofing, and she asked me directly, Kendra G, to break it down. Take a listen.
And I didn't look them up because I want to know how you define them. Future proofing.
Yes.
Kendra.
Oh, you got to have a job. You have to have an ambition that's going to go somewhere for sure.
Mind you, these are the things that are coming off the top of her head. Now, she's saying that she's using the view of the audience. She's using the view of the women that call into her show, but it very much seemed like she's rattling us off from her own personal memory.
I want to see W-2 forms. I want to see success records. I want to meet your mama. I want to know where you live. Is it in your name? And I'm talking from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't want to make you be already made. I don't got clay. I'm not magic.
But guys don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
You see that cut there in between? Let me show you that again.
I want to meet your mama. I want to know where you live. Is it in your name? And I'm talking from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't want to make you be already made. I don't got clay. I'm not magic.
But guys don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
Well, true, but the thing with guys...
And they don't want a broke lady.
Well, no, I don't know though. Some men...
Guys, I'm speaking...
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's going to be too expensive. You
There's
know,
another
wigs
cut.
is $2,000, lashes is $300.
Okay,
you know, shoes is $1,000.
are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes, well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And
But
you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here? If a man is here, why am I
But you're
doing
not here
me?
for my wig.
You hear that? Now, does that sound like the view of her audience? It sounds like she's just rattling these things off from the top of her mind.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your
And she does slip in the word there. So she's slipping between personal experience, it sounds like, and then there as her audience. So she's trying to make the claim that she's separating the two and she's only speaking from that perspective. You can't switch tenses if you're 1 second talking about yourself and then 1 second talking about the crowd, the audience.
I agree with you, Tamron. But
I agree with
you. If you here, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't
And
you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here? If a man is here, why am I
But you're
doing
not here
me?
for my wigs.
I agree with you, Tamron, but the word is but that she uses to change the tense of it. But why are you here? Now she's talking from her own personal perspective. So when you try to use this little sleight of hand word game where you're like, oh, well, I was talking about what my audience would say. You're slipping back and forth between perspectives.
If a man is here, why am I
But you're
doing
not here
me?
for my wigs.
But they're
Now she
feeling
goes
like
back to the
this.
audience.
Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this. Now, I'm not saying I agree with
Wait a minute.
And then she tries to clean it up by saying, now I'm saying I don't agree with this. But why are you bringing this out there? Why are you perpetuating this information if that is the case, that you don't agree with this? What is your perspective? Future-proofing, the fact that she brought up the word future-proofing, she should be just defining it and telling Tamron what it is, instead of being like, my audience Women are thinking, okay, if you're saying women are thinking, then stick to that perspective. But you're going back and forth. And that's where the confusion comes in. Don't try to act like somebody took you out of context. You went on that show and you said it. Like I said, this clip that you've provided now has been heavily edited as well.
It's getting spicy in here.
But I'm with you, Tamron, because like you, I got my own money.
Don't back up now, kid.
Now,
See, now you're trying to be with Tamron. I'm with you, Tamron, though. No, Tamron's already made her decision that you sound insane. Let's see the real clip.
Kendra G, Alana, come on out!
This is her coming out, spinning around. Oh, let me talk to my adoring fans. That lady doesn't even know you. The rest of them
Oh my God! Oh.
bowing. Why is she bowing to Tamron Hall?
Happy Valentine's Day, ladies!
Dressed too short.
I'm Italian.
So many things wrong with this. Where's Kevin?
I'm one of the most vocal
So many
audiences
things wrong with this. Where's Kevin Samuels when you need him?
in TV. They don't know how to feel.
All of a sudden, she don't know who Kevin Samuels is. She's never been inspired by or watched his show. Cap. It's all Cap.
About this. 'Cause I never knew, ladies, it was so complicated.
Woo,
It's tough out
child. Dating is a war. You had it right. It's a battlefield out there.
It is.
Yes.
What makes it, Kendra, a battlefield?
I think now because of social media, it's the gift and the curse because now we're all connected. But that fine man you had to worry about just in New York, no, he worldwide now. He got girls in Italy, Mexico, California. So the guy that most women want, he has so many options. And every woman wants the same man, child. Really? I don't care if she work at the Piggly Wiggly or she
More of her opinion about this situation. Every man wants it. This is what she thinks she knows. She's acting like this isn't her personal opinion when it is.
at the Piggly Wiggly or she's the corporate lawyer on Wall Street. She want her a rich man, and that's just what it is.
Really?
Yes, girl. Hide your man, Tamra. Hide him. Hide him.
How inappropriate is that? Look how uncomfortable Tamron Hall is laughing at this, trying to laugh it off. This was a hot mess. I don't know why she doesn't understand that.
Don't let him go outside. Don't let him go outside, child.
Don't let him go. Okay, I'm locking my door. Steven, don't you leave that house. Ilana, why is it a battlefield?
I think for two reasons.
Kendra, thousands and thousands of people call you.
Yes.
They want to be on the show.
Yes.
They want your advice, but you're single.
That's right, girl. And love.
Hold up. Make sure you point out that point. She agreed with that. Thousands of people want your advice. That's very important to her claim that her show is not like Kevin Samuels' show. They are calling in for advice as well as dating. She wants to make it just a dating show.
Okay, let's talk about this. Kendra G trying to be Kevin Samuels. People, Kendra G runs her own company. I own my own dating app. I host an online dating show. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did Kevin Samuels have transgender people on his show? Did Kevin Samuels have married couples looking to add a person to their relationship on his show? Did Kevin Samuels, and I don't know this, did he ever have people that met from his show, then got married and had babies? I don't know too much, but I don't think he did any of that. I think he was a consultant to women who were asking for advice. I host a dating show and I own a dating app.
Loving it. Now, you know, I was in a relationship last year, but this is my single season and I love it.
We know.
And single does not mean lonely. Single means nobody can't claim me.
Right.
And I got a roster. If you want to join the team, where the camera at, Cameron? Hit me up on Instagram, Kendra G Media. We got space for one. We got space
Because
for
I
one.
love that thing too, but just because you're not in a relationship doesn't mean you're not dating.
No.
And that can be your season where you are.
And that's part of the problem. If you actually want a relationship, why are you out here dating multiple people? You try to make it sound cool, but it's not cool because you look crazy. You look like you're out here just slurring around, which that's ultimately what that looks like, what that is.
exploring yourself and what's on the landscape.
Yes.
Okay, so my team found 2025's most talked about dating trends and catchphrases. These ladies are going to
All right,
break
this is
it
the
down.
clip
I gave you
in
some
its
of them at
entirety.
the beginning of the show. So don't feel badly if you've never heard of them, because I had never heard of them either. And I didn't look them up because I want to know how you define
Yes.
them. Future proofing.
Yes.
Kendra.
Oh, you gotta have a job. You have to have an ambition that's gonna go somewhere.
Now, does she preface that with, oh, this is what my audience thinks? These are what the women out here are thinking? No, she goes right into, oh, you gotta have a job, right?
You gotta have a job. You have to have an ambition that's gonna go somewhere for sure. I want to see W-2 forms.
I want to see W-2 forms.
Success records. I want to meet your mama. I want to
Success
know where you live.
records.
Is it in your name? Is it? I need to see the lease because
Aye.
sometimes
Kendra, I'm not good enough to date.
What did she just say? She said, Kendra, I'm not good enough to date you. So if you meant something else, you definitely messed up conveying that to even the woman that's hosting the show, Tamron Hall, because she looks mortified throughout this whole thing because what you're saying. And this is the problem here. The problem is Kendra is a reflection of this dating culture right now. She is an avatar of sorts. She makes black women look crazy on a daily basis on this train wreck of a show she calls a dating show.
I don't feel like I'm asking somebody on the first date to bring a W-2 to the table. So I wouldn't say
No,
like
you're not, but you're just telling me right now if a man didn't make six figures, don't even reach out to you. So at the door, you're not giving a man a shot if he doesn't make more than 100K.
thing.
well, domestic
Like-
violence is not a little thing. That's a big problem. But
Yeah, like abusiveness. He liked to put me down a long time ago. You know, I used to be put down a lot. Yeah.
so when did that start though? Because you had 6 kids by him.
It's it started getting worse towards the end of the with my last one. Yeah. I cheated on him with my third one.
Does the guy look a certain way?
I mean, I don't want anything ugly.
Did you know that I can see you?
Like, I'm sorry. I would like eye candy. I would like to wake up to a handsome man.
That is not going to happen. This woman got a lot of motherfucking nerve, don't she, folks?
Let me put the phone down. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Okay. We see you, girl. We can see your legs. But there's some women who still really want to become moms. And if you're at that age, really the younger the better. So 30 years old, if you know you're about to be on a career journey, freeze your eggs. But at 40, if there's something you really, really want, you need to plan for that. Okay. Yeah, we got you, boo. Ooh, we got you, girl.
You got too much body for them low ass
All
legs.
right, so
I am gonna clip that too.
I hope that we can help her make some changes by pointing out the glaring, obvious faults of what it is that she's doing.
If I were, let me tell you, because we're talking about it from the female gaze to the male, I'm just talking in general. If I had gone on a date with someone and they started asking me about my W-2s and my bank account, they would have been seeing the gas come out of the pipes of my car.
Yes.
Because that's too, I'm intimidated now.
Well, because women are tired of wasting their time. I'm talking from the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't want to make you be our.
Now, she tries to say, I'm talking from the woman's perspective here, but this is only after she realizes that Tamron Hall has exposed her for being one of the women that she's talking about. That is the only reason that she's now flipped it to, oh, I'm talking about from a woman's perspective, one of the people that I hear on my dating show, my terrible dating show.
From the woman's perspective.
Yeah.
So they're like, I don't want to make you be already made. I don't got clay. I'm not magic.
But guys don't want that either. They don't want to make us.
Well, true, but the thing with guys.
And they don't want a broke lady.
Well, no, I don't know though. Some men.
Guys, I'm speaking for, I'm just speaking because I heard you say it.
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's gonna be too expensive. You know, wigs is $2,000, lashes is $300.
Okay,
you know, shoes is $1,000.
are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes, well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And
But-
you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they're like, why if you here? If a man is here, why am I
But you're
doing
not here
me?
for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this.
No.
Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this. Now, I'm not saying.
Which is Gold Digger 101. Look at Tamron's face right here. Absolutely mortified by what she's saying here. What happened to having a relationship where you actually love somebody? This is the problem. Kendra is part of the problem. She is perpetuating these standards. She's not pushing back on what these women are saying and saying that you should actually be in this for some other purpose.
Wait a minute!
Controversial.
This is getting spicy in here!
But I'm with you, Tamron, because I got my own money.
Don't back up now, Kendra.
Don't back up now, Kendra. That's what she said. Look at Kendra. Now, I'm having the time of my life. I'm so uncomfortable is what that really looks like.
We got some groans, we got some applause, we got some moans. Alana's coming back with us.
Moans.
I didn't know that Valentine's Day was gonna get this hot. We'll be right back.
And she watches my show, Tamron. She told me, her and her husband, child, I love them.
Yeah, they're watching the train wreck. They're watching you make black women look crazy out here. And some of those clips have gone viral, of course. Kendra is the only one that isn't in on the joke. She doesn't realize that the reason people are reacting to her videos, because she's made comments about reaction channels and people that react to her. The reason that people are responding to her content in that way is because it's so bad. It makes these women look like absolute trash, gold digging, multiple kids, out of shape, all types of the stereotypes that you have in the black community. Corey points out that Tamron Hall doesn't have the same issues as Kendra G because of her appearance and how she looks. She's beautiful, right? But Kendra G makes it seem like Tamron Hall doesn't exist in the world.
As I said before, this was not the Valentine's Day show that I was expecting, but the best part of this show, and I don't want the guys at home to think we're just bashing guys, but this was not the plan. But what I like about this show is that you have three very different women, and it shows that there are many answers, but we're all trying to lead to a place of sincere and real love.
Yeah.
Yes,
And I think that's what's important. I
when
think
you're
so.
thinking-
That's what I think.
Yeah, I would say also when you're thinking about relationships.
But by listening to people like Kendra, you'll never get there.
Corey Holcomb takes a portion of that interview and he intentionally makes edits to make it appear that I'm talking about myself.
Just like you did.
Opposed to answering the question of what is future proofing. Take a look.
I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I don't care. It's too funny. I had to say something about it. I want to talk about the sister, Kendra G. She's a girl who used to do radio in Chicago that I met on the radio in Chicago. And I
That
think
clip is
she
edited.
really flopped.
As an editor, I know that clip is edited right there. So what is she talking about?
When she went on this show with Tamron Hall. And I'm going to just play the clip first and let people watch. They might see what I'm talking about. So can we play that clip? All right, give it to me.
Just speaking, because I heard you say
I don't think men want a broke lady, but they also don't want a lady that's going to be too expensive. You know, wigs is $2,000, lashes is $300.
Okay,
you know, shoes is $1,000.
are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes, well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree. Why, if you here?
Now you saw that? She's trying to say that somebody edited the clip right there.
For yourself.
I agree. Why, if you here?
Who's the one that's editing? Now she's trying to say Corey Holcomb did this, but look at who's editing this video for real.
Why
And who
can't
is
you
this?
keep doing it for yourself?
It's kind of scary. Let me zoom in on that. Whoever's face that is, weird looking non-black person. Actually, it could be a woman, not sure. I don't know who that is really. But so now she's trying to say that Corey Holcomb purposely edited the clip, and that's nothing. That couldn't be further from the truth. Whoever this person is the one who edited the clip, right? And not only that, it looks like that she's actually edited the clip after Corey Holcomb posted his part of it.
Because had he kept that in the interview, he would have revealed I was never talking about myself.
Okay,
You know, shoes is $1,000.
are you easing into high maintenance?
Yes, well, I think that, yeah, that's real high.
And you're owning, so 2025 people are owning the high maintenance?
Well, women feel like this is what I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they like, why if you here?
I can buy my own wigs, my own lashes, my own shoes. I can do whatever I want to do and happy to do so. So to try to paint the narrative that I said a man has to do that to be in my presence is just a lie.
Why if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
But they're feeling like this. Okay, I'm showing up for you. I'm giving you my energy. I am in your presence. You should pay for this.
You still said those words out of your own mouth.
I just speaking because
And the audience is looking at you crazy.
That's crazy.
She made a goddamn fool out of herself.
Now, if you watch the interview back, you will see that there's a moment when Tamron says, well, why can't, the woman just pay for the wigs herself? I said, I agree with you, Tamron.
I do for myself, so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
So now she's doing some little editing. She's doing some editing because I told you how her perspective versus the woman's perspective is shifting in the way she talks about this.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree with you, Tamron, but they like, why if you here?
Well, in order for Corey to drive this narrative, he edited that one key part out.
I feel like this is what I do for myself,
But Corey didn't edit the video.
so a man has to be able to do the same or more.
Why can't you keep doing it for yourself?
I agree. Why if you here? If a man is here, why am I?
But you're not here for my wigs.
Because had he kept that in the interview, he would have revealed I was never talking about myself.
Never? No, you definitely were talking about yourself, switching tenses back and forth. You are being intentionally dishonest here, and that is the clear thing. Either way, there's a lot to cover. You can watch the rest of the 17-minute video on Kendra G's channel. Might as well give her some traffic because that's what she obviously needs. This channel, I mean, say what you want to say about everybody else and how successful you are and your app and what the men are doing that are watching your content. But if I look at your content here, you're dropping videos that get 1,000, 26,000, 13,000, 6,000, 9,000. These aren't stellar numbers for these viral clips that are so dominant in the YouTube space in your mind. In fact, your most popular video has 1 million views, and that was the baby 3 years ago. The channel's seen better days, let's just say that. So for all this, like, I'm killing the game and y'all are just trying to be in my shadow, Corey's channel gets 10 times the views of your videos. Like, let's just be clear on who's relevant and who's not. But 157,000 2 days ago, 75, 166, 178. His baseline is high. 200,000, 200,000, 200,000, 200,000 with 428,000 subscribers compared to Kendra and her 273,000 subscribers. So who needs who here in this situation? Are you really being honest about the fact that Corey needs you to make him relevant? As Kendra G tried to pull an Uno reverse and say the joke isn't on her, it's actually on Corey. I think what she does is she exposes that the joke is actually on her. Week after week, night after night, she goes through calls very similar to Kevin Samuels' format of show even down to the dating part, because she talks about Kevin Samuels never got any relationships together. That is a bold-faced lie. Kevin Samuels has people that are actually YouTubers on here that are with their significant other because of him. If he had lived longer, he had plans to go city to city and do mixers along that coincide with his private Facebook group called The Mix, which was exactly for that purpose. So to sit here and say that you weren't inspired by Kevin Samuels or any of his moves when you're doing probably 90% of the moves that he put out into the public that he was going to do is intellectually dishonest. She's talking trash about Corey being a YouTuber and needing other people to have content, but all your content and your career from the beginning of you doing radio and interviews relies on other people. Like, let's just be real here. She makes a claim that Corey wants to sleep with her. Corey thinks she's attractive, but yet he wants to sleep with her. Let's not act like comedians don't do comedy. Why is everything so literal at this point? So if a comedian comes to a radio station and flirts with the female host here, now he wants to take her seriously. Now he wants a relationship with her. You know that's not true. You're making up stuff right now to make yourself seem more important than to make it seem like that Corey wants you so bad and he's mad now and a disgruntled fan that couldn't get what he wanted. You see, this is the thing. We got to start being honest with people like Kendra G. What you're doing is not helping the Black community. Your dating show is just to make you money. It is literally parasitic in its function. It literally is to embarrass these women on a big platform. Y'all talked about Kevin Samuels was embarrassing these women, but if you go to Kendra G, it's the difference between Oprah and Jerry Springer. She's running the Jerry Springer show over there. And people come on there on purpose, bonnets on their head, looking half a mess, just to do this type of content. And you think that's helping because you got one couple together. That's insanity. And the only thing that I'm seeing is that you're trying to get a bag off of this by making an app that's buggy, that doesn't have any updates. When it is updated, half the time they say it's not even working. A lot of the reviews are bad. Like, what are you talking about? You are not a tech entrepreneur. I don't know what Kendra G thinks she is, but there's a lot of delusion that goes into making Kendra G. In addition to the fact that Kendra G puts on a pound of makeup every night and then has the nerve to come on there and talk about how men look, or how men that don't wear makeup, don't do anything but maybe get a haircut every once in a while, and talk about how they're not qualified and what they're not. This is what needs to change in this modern day dating scene. Kendra G and the Kendra Gs of the world are the avatars of what needs to change in this modern dating scene. Because they come in here with all this huge ego, they pump their head up thinking they're bigger than they are, and don't know where they really fall in the pecking order. Don't know when Tamron Hall is on stage that you really need to sit your ass down, like Corey Holcomb told you to. But you won't listen to people. You'll continue to go on. But I hope that you could change that raggedy dating show that you have. The raggedy ass dating show, no production value, still on Zoom from the pandemic. And let me take full credit. If you make any changes to your format right now, I'm going to take full credit for producing your show, for telling you that you should have been upgraded your camera. You shouldn't be shooting on no iPhone. You should get new microphones. You should get a microphone at all, so you can at least come with your best foot forward for these people that you are claiming to help. Tell them not to call in looking half a mess. No, you're too busy shilling your sorry ass dating app, Tinder clone, wannabe Hinge app that ain't doing nothing for nobody. You telling people to sign up for the app before they even get on your show and be on a dating show, which is a smart lead magnet, I will say. It's a smart way to get people in the door. But let me just say, it's definitely dishonest when you go to those companies for financing and you be like, I have all these subscribers. No, you have a bunch of people you bullied into being on your whack ass app, Kendra G. And, you know, this is not to say anything about your personal dating life. I don't know you. I don't want to know you really. You look like you are the poster child for what Kevin Samuels was talking about is wrong with the dating market. That's where we're at with it. Stop embarrassing your people for money. It's not worth it. Anyway, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure you sign up for Faucette Media Direct. That's my streaming service. I'm building a streaming service. Go support it. The link is in the description. I promise that it won't be as buggy as Kendra G's app. Anyway, this is Faucette Media.